DragBat fail, DragBat success. Same base, almost identical troops. That's what we're going to have a look at in this video. Before we do that, I'm Mr. Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new now, or brand new here, just take a moment now, hit that little subscribe button for daily uploads of various gaming content, yes, including Clash of Clans, but if it's related to gaming, it's up on the channel. Let's dive straight into this. We're not going to talk too much about the plan of attack. We'll see what the plan is, and then we'll see how it was modified to turn a fail into a success. Okay, so we can see here we've got a ghost. We've got a couple of ghosts and one more ghost up the sleeve, and we've got the king coming down. So obviously at this point we're starting to think the queen's going to be taking out these two infernos. This was a fresh hit, so nothing was known about the base at this time. Okay, king's down. He's distracting the two cannons. Rage the king. He's drawing the clan castle out, taking out that Tesla, taking out the gold mine. Now the queen, she's still got a little bit of work to do, but now she's got to deal with the clan castle as well. So Valkyrie, I think there's two Valkyries. There are two Valkyries. Okay, queen's down. I wasn't sure if he actually missed the queen's ability then. Yeah, okay. I didn't see the queen's ability, but I could have been wrong. The queen's ability might have already been used. So baby dragon's still up. So change of plans straight off the bat. Two air defenses didn't go down that they were obviously planned to go down. So that's a little bit unfortunate. So you know right away that things aren't looking too good. I'm not sure. I think this blimp was, Stone Slam was supposed to head towards this. And yeah, I think he's in a little bit of trouble at this point and just trying to salvage it. Trying to see if he can salvage it at this point, at least anyway. So we've got three wizard towers over on this side, trying to at least deal with these two air defenses, which should have gone down to the hero kill and the initial push into the base. Bats haven't been released yet. One more free spell up sleeve, two minions, and here come the bats. Bats coming down to try and at least protect those balloons in some way. Skellies on those balloons. Bats are all still coming in. They ignore the Skellies, obviously. Dragons are trying to chase down the Skellies. Troll Tesla on the right-hand side. And I think a red bomb took out all those bats just then. And that's it. So a little bit unfortunate with the Barb King pulling the clan castle out. And then, of course, with the queen as well. We'll fast forward this. Just want to have before we have a look at how this attack was fixed, we'll just want to double check if he managed to get that queen's ability off or not. Or possibly not in time because one Valkyrie or two Valkyrie, it was really hard to tell what was actually attacking the queen. We'll have a closer look at that. Just have one more quick look. We're only going to have a look at what the queen is doing here. So we'll focus in on her a little, get her up center stage. So ghost, yeah, good idea with the ghost to take that out unimpeded. Okay, so king's rage, queen's ability still there. So yeah, she'll take out the cannon. And let's have a look what we've got coming over. We do have two Valkyries. We've got two Valkyries and the baby dragon. And queen's ability didn't even get used. Okay, so unfortunately, two Valkyries and a baby, really hard to deal with that. Whoops, let's get that back down there. Okay, let's have a look at how this was fixed. All right, as you can see on the troops on the bottom, we have a slight little variation on the troops. We don't have a ghost there at all. And let's just dive in to see, because the adaptation to get the queen or get the initial air defenses down was really good thinking. Okay, because we don't want to really trigger this clan castle. So we'll just keep that clan castle up. Unfortunately, yeah, wizard took out that bomb. Didn't get too much value out of that wizard. I'm not even sure we even knew that bomb was there from the first one. No, we didn't. Okay, it was a good thinking, though, to get a wizard in on that side, but we didn't know there was a bomb there. Okay, so Goblin's taking down that town hall. So we're making sure that little area is going first. You can see here that the archer tower is not going to have too much issues, really, at that point. Okay, so giants down onto those weapons to protect the queen, and nothing is taking out the queen. There's no triggering of the clan castle. Don't really want it triggered by the hero push into the base. And we've got the king upside on the left-hand side at the top, creating a little bit of a funnel. So it was a really good adaptation to take out the two air defenses here, to use two giants. Now we have seen that before, where we had the giant come in on a previous video, and the giant was tanking for the king, so the king would last a little bit longer so that it could get in further and do more damage. And here we've got the king. Nice little funnel creation. Going to get through this wall, take out Archer Tower, take out the Wizard Tower. Whether the king took those out or not, really inconsequential. So here come all the balloons. We've got 2 balloons left. Now we've got 1 balloon left up the sleeves. That will be the protection balloon for the blimp. When the blimp comes in, send the balloon in, wear a big black bomb, if there air bomb if there is one, and then if there isn't, well, then you've got an extra balloon. So there we go. The balloons come in. Any bombs, black bombs, there would be taken out by that balloon, protecting the blimp, giving the blimp a little bit more life. We've got the troll Teslas just popped on the right hand side, and here come the skellies from the left. All the Wizzies are down now at this point. All the skellies coming in from the left. Air defense going to go down, and so that side, left side flanking area getting taken out. Free spell on the Inferno. There was good thinking to freeze the Inferno, and just massive amounts of skellies. Stone Slammer, I called it a blimp. Stone Slammer is still up, and just a really, really good job. So the fail was fixed in this regard by not sending the king in, because he was likely going to trigger the clan castle, and we didn't really want to deal with most of those clan castle troops. Didn't want the Valkyries to come out and then have to deal with Valkyries. Even if you've got a poison spell, didn't really want to deal with it, and then to also have to deal with the weapons and activate the Queen's ability, and maybe not even get that air defense down. We'll have a look at it again, concentrating on the giants this time. So we did see nice little work to get the town hall down. Okay, so we're going to have the Queen and the giants come in any second now to distract the cannons, and the Queen's will be able to take out this. We're also using a wizard to try and do a little bit of extra cleanup work here so the Queen doesn't path to the left-hand side. So giants are coming in now nicely, going to take the distraction of the cannons. Wizards down to take out the gold mine, and just make sure the Queen doesn't path around to that area. Now, of course, the Wizard's going to go down. Too much firepower. Okay, so now the Queen can come in nicely, and the closest thing will be the army camp, so she'll path around. King's just been dropped on the top side after those couple of things have gone down. Now, whether the king path left or right, it wasn't really going to matter too much. Obviously, you don't know. The king could do something squirrely and he could path to the right. If he paths to the right, it's still okay because you've created a nice little funnel. But if he doesn't, that's still not that big of an issue. Okay, Queen's down. She's done her job. So this little, nearly 25% of the base has gone down already. So now we get the first dragon in. You've got the King's barbs at the bottom, just wearing a little bit of distraction firepower from the internal weapons. And now here come the rest of the balloons and the dragons. Nice little line of balloons, nice line of dragons. Going to get a poison spell down onto the baby drags and the archers so they don't do too much damage onto the balloons. Keep the balloons up as long as possible. There goes the red, or the balloon, to distract any seeking air mines. And now the blimp is up. Got some skellies on the blimp, can't do too much about that. And the bats are just coming in. Big massive bats on that left hand side there. So there's not too much splash damage over there that's going to be worrying for bats. So it's all point defense, and there's way too many bats for the point defense to be concerned about. Free spell keeps some dragons up, and the blimp is still surviving. Dragon took out the air skellies on the... I called it a blimp again. It's a stone slammer. The blimp is not surviving because the blimp isn't even here today. It's the stone slammer. It's a blimp masquerading as a stone slammer. How's that? Okay, stone slammer is still up, and skellies taking out air skellies. There's no skellies. The dragons took out the skellies. The bats are taking out the rest of the base. Oh, I don't even know what things are called. Should just call the dragons some barbs or something. Oh, look at the barbs flying around. Anyway, that is how to fix the fail DragBat on this particular base. Slight alteration on the funneling to make sure that Clan Castle wasn't triggered prematurely, and really good use of the giants and a wizard to help get the Queen in and path correctly so she would take out those 2 air defense. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video. Now it's your turn to let me know what you think. If you've used something different besides giants or whatever to help the Queen path in, whether it's an ice golem or even something different entirely, do let me know in the comments below. And until next time, thanks for watching.